Hey there, welcome to Drill Tip Tuesday. My name is Koosje Koenen and here on YouTube I share stuff that I hope inspires you. And I have a Patreon page and sometimes I get questions from my patrons. I actually ask them to ask me questions, and a few times I got a question about using black paper as your background. What to do and what kind of tools to use. I didn't know either. I didn't have a black paper pad or anything, so I went to buy one. And today I'm just going to test materials on top of black paper and then find out what works, what doesn't work, and yeah, maybe you can try it too. All right, so I found this black paper. It's from the brand Clairefontaine, and it's just black sketching paper. I will try some different approaches and some different ideas and tools. The first thing that pops up in my mind for using a black background is to use a white pen. That's what I'll try. You kind of have to think the other way around. So instead of having a white background and you think in adding a dark line and maybe shadows and all that, you need to think the other way around. So maybe the white is for all the highlights. Let's just try. And the first thing that comes up to me is an evening scene, a night scene. And it's not like I have a night scene in front of me because it's daytime right now, but I can work from imagination, can't I? So something that is in the dark. So thinking about, for example, a house with windows that are lit. So that's the first thing I will draw. I'm thinking about the light. I'm talking about evening or night. So maybe I can draw the moon. Maybe some stars. I don't know what kind of constellation this is, but yeah, these are stars. Maybe there's a forest in which this house lives. Try the Pitt artist pen. Maybe something on the foreground here. Let's see what I can do with this. I think what is interesting with these tools and also with this background, try and find texture might be the answer. I really don't know. Maybe we want a little path, cobblestone path, maybe. So I think this is my first option, and of course I can use this gel pen, this Pitt artist pen with any kind of other idea, but this at least is a start. Thinking about the darks, maybe if you have a sketchbook with black paper, maybe you can bring it outside on location. Go and find a street scene that works for you, or you can go to a cafe. And I found a picture online which I will use. And now I want to try drawing with colored pencils instead of a pen, because I think that might actually really work well on this kind of paper. I have this scene of those two people sitting in a cafe, making a quick outline first, grabbing the vibe. Okay, so now that I have this, maybe I can start adding different colors. She has this glass in her hand, there's glasses on the table. The white of the shirt really stands out, and I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm really just trying things out. She is wearing gray. I don't know how that will work out on top of black. This is a nice warm gray. Payne's gray, actually. Maybe I should just color her face? I don't know. Oh no. I'm not sure what's happening here. It's not great. Well, it's not pretty, but it's something. Give some color to her hair. And here I can make use of the black. I use that as dark spots in the curly hair and give some highlights to the hair as well. So I can give a lot of texture there with my colored pencils. A lot of highlights. The more you look at it, the more highlights you will notice. And of course you can add things in the background as well. I might want to add the edge of the table here, just to give this some context and then indicate that there's a background. I kind of found my way there. Oh my gosh, that face of hers is terrible. I do like the feeling of colored pencil on black paper. I think colored pencils also work on top of toned paper. Now I would also like to try my crayons. And I can just draw whatever is in front of me right now. My mug and some other stuff going on here. Oh, that feels wonderful on top of the black paper because it's so bright. And it's playful, you know, and it's easy to color really fast. And again, I can look at the highlights here. Now next to that, there's a bottle of ink. The glass of the bottle is brown. And it has a label that I want to draw. And here again, I see highlights. There's another bottle of ink. And because these bottles are glass, there's quite a few highlights in there. And there's a third bottle of ink, which is all black. I am also adding the edge of the table here. And the shadows are falling on this side. So maybe I show some of the light on the table by hatching. Usually when you hatch, you use your hatching lines to indicate shadows. Now it's the other way around. I'm indicating light. That's another way to do it. Crayons. Let's try one more material, gouache. I'm using a cadmium yellow here. Actually, I am being very lazy and trying to get it straight from the tube. Not sure if that's the right approach, but hey, doesn't matter. So this would be very nice as an illustration, I think. I think you could even make use of the darks and take out a little bit of that yellow. I can actually give more shading to my yellow lemon. Then I could also choose to add some white on top. So with another clean brush, I can mix in a little bit of white there. My lemon starts to kind of shine. I could also dilute my white a little bit and then give some texture to the background. This could be a fun effect. I might indicate that there's more going on, you know, in the background. Okay, that was fun. I have to admit, I do not love working on black paper. I just really love the white of white paper and then putting my marks on top of that. However, I do like the illustrative kind of feeling on top of black. It reminds me of a blackboard. I think that's why I like using crayons on top and colored pencil. And I do like the feeling of the gel pen and the way it really gets this very contrasting vibe to it. But I personally would not buy a whole sketchbook with black paper because I think after a few pages I just would crave white paper. It could be an interesting challenge though, I don't know. Anyway, one of my patrons said, well, I got one, you know, someone gifted a whole sketchbook with black paper. I don't know what to do with it. Well, there's your challenge. Grab everything that you have in your art tool stash, and I know you will probably have a lot. Acrylic marker, colored pencil, gel pen, crayons, gouache, and there's probably a lot more that I didn't try out. I just wanted to try a few things that I have at hand. This is the only way to really find out how to work with a certain background or a certain tool. You have to be curious and you have to try things, and then you will find out, and then you will find solutions to the creative problem. So I do not have a solution for you. I just showed you that you have to discover it yourself. Experimentation and play, those are the beautiful things about a creative habit. You can do whatever you feel like, and it doesn't have to turn out great, because you're just enjoying your playtime. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Next week I will be drawing on white paper, I think. I just enjoy it more. I'll see you next week. And if you like to become a patron and ask me questions like these, then you can. I will put the link below this video so you can support me to keep making these videos weekly. See you next week. Bye.